Hello and welcome back to another episode of I Am Woman. I am your host, Taylor A. Williams. And we have a special guest today, none other than Detroit's Princess of Comedy, Delo Brown. I'm so happy that we were able to finally get you on.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can finally get her. Let me
yes.
Yeah, so I'm so happy that you were able to be here today
Thank you.
with us. So I'm going to let you know a little bit about Delo. So there's no denying the charismatic energy of Detroit's Princess of Comedy. DeLorean Delo Brown is the hottest up-and-coming comedian from the comeback city. Since 2017, Brown has performed at Black Girl Giggles, a comedy festival in New Orleans, was crowned Master Black Spurt by HBO Insecure star Amanda Seales during the Smart Black and Funny Detroit show, and was made a hit on Revolt's TV's Funny AF. Delo has successfully hosted and produced 7 sold-out comedy productions in Detroit and is now taking Hollywood by storm. Her confidence is infectious, jokes are unforgettable, and most of all, she can make everyone feel like the confident person they were meant to be. So first of all, what up, though?
What up, though?
Okay, I had to bring it back to home.
Okay, you already know.
All right. So I know you're a multifaceted queen, but I want to get into your comedic world. So tell me what first made you funny. Like when you first knew, like, okay, I got this. I got a little funny to me. And is that how you got started?
Do you curse on your show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know at first. I'm like, do you want me to give you my comedic answer or
give me the real?
I mean, honestly, since I came on my mama coochie.
Okay.
It's just
Since
natural.
birth.
Since birth. Absolutely. Sign that grace, you know?
I love it.
Yeah. And it's just something, like I said, it's second nature.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that I force. Mm-hmm. It's just my personality. But people, it's natural, but people sometimes they get a little confused because sometimes I am chill, and people I think sometimes expect what I do on stage every time. I'm like, no, baby, you gotta pay me.
Okay, give me the coins for that.
So, but yes, but my personality, you know, I just try to find a light in everything. That's what, you know, you gotta laugh to keep from crying.
You do, honestly, you do.
Yes,
really though.
Mm-hmm.
Think of a joke or two. I've had to
I'm
do
telling
that.
you, okay.
So, who's influenced you to go into comedy? So, I know you said that it was natural, but who were some of the influencers along the way to really be like, I'm going to take this on as like a professional?
Yes. Seeing women such as Monique, Queen
Staple.
Latifah, Missy Elliott, honestly, even though they are more musical performers, just seeing women who look like me, you know, who were more built like me, and skin tone like me, and just being able to be their lively selves, whether that's through television, film, or music. I'm like, okay, I want to be that. But when I was younger, I didn't know it was necessarily comedy. I just knew I wanted to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I didn't really know it was comedy until around 2015, 2016. I'm like,
okay, yeah.
Hey, I think you got something. I just started writing and stuff, and it was just like, you can really translate this onto the stage. Let's see what you can do. And came to life.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yes.
And that's actually kind of recent. So I know when you talk to some people, they've started since
a
they
long
were like
time.
child stars.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
they've been doing it every year since then.
Yep.
So for you to just be like taking off like this and it to be kind of recent.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We still working, still growing.
Of course.
Thank you, though.
Of course. So how did you get inspired, or how do you get inspired to write new material? Is it like people, or is it experiences?
Experiences.
Experiences.
Okay, it's both, honestly. Because people will have you fucked up. So sometimes you got to write about it. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm not the one or
I
the two.
Never been that one. But people and experiences, and a lot of times, because people often ask me, like, what is your material based on?
Right.
and I tell them my experience as a plus size black woman from Detroit moving to LA. That's the whole set up, there. You know what I'm saying? So many layers from that, but my experience is I'm not some comics are like social media comics. They'll pick a hot topic and then they can go on stage for hours, and that's them. But my style of comedy is me literally sharing from shit when I was a child to last week when I almost had to fuck somebody up on the airplane.
Oh, gosh. And it's so relatable.
It is.
You know, it's things that people go through every day. And they're like, oh my gosh, I remember a time where.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what comedy is about. Making it relatable, saying things that people won't necessarily say.
Exactly.
You know? So
everything that you're thinking, saying out loud.
That's me. I'll do it for you.
Right.
I will say it for you.
Yes. So what is it like being a woman in comedy, especially when it's been male dominated for so long?
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like you bombed a show, or like how did that feel?
Well, I'll start by saying being a woman in comedy, it's no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely the boys' club. It's damn near like a fraternity. You got to damn near get hazed to get in. But you just. One thing about me, I'm always kick down the door. I just been that type of person.
I love that about you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've always been that type of person, so I'm not going to let it hold me back. I'm going to just use it as fuel, for motivation. And that's why I created the show Ladies Love Comedy, which is a all women produced show. All ladies, we perform once a month. Thank you. And it's just important for women in comedy to come together and build that community, because we know you ask any woman in comedy, they're going to tell you exactly what I'm telling you. It's hard. But, you can't have that chip on your shoulder.
Right.
So you just got to find the lane that's for you, find your community, and keep it pushing.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And we'll get more into about your show.
Yes.
A little bit later on.
Yes.
I want to know more. So what qualities do other comedians have that you admire?
I like tenacity, the confidence that a lot of people have out here. I really, since moving to LA, I've realized it's really about the hustle. It's not even the talent. It's niggas with...
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, half the talent, but 100% hustle is getting them on these tours. It's getting them on these big stages, and that's just the name of the game out here. And networking and just being out. So just I get motivation and inspiration from that, just watching people maneuver through the comedy clubs. I'm literally going to the club when I leave here.
Right, that's what you said.
Yes. So having to pick up those traits from people, like, it's real, because in Detroit I wasn't used to that. It's like 4.5 clubs in Detroit. So it's like, nigga, I ain't going out. But here, as a comic, and if you take this shit serious, and if you're full time, then you need to be hitting the comedy club, honestly, damn near every night. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really getting it.
I didn't say I do that. But
wait a minute.
Okay, sister, be tired. But I get out seriously as much as I can.
Good.
I do.
Yeah, just so they can notice your face.
Absolutely,
too.
Yes. And it's been working.
Familiar.
It's been working.
Good.
Yes.
That's great to hear.
Thank you.
So what was it like for a D-girl to perform at the Black Girl Giggles Comedy Festival and to be crowned Master Black Spurt by HBO Insecure Amanda Seales?
Yes. Fun. Black Girl Giggles was like one of the first comedy festivals I did. So it was an experience, going out of town and being in a sea of people who look like me, who accepted me. It was a lot of love. First of all, I love New Orleans. I'm looking forward to going down there very soon. And it was a good experience, as a newcomer, and just getting my feet wet.
Right.
And then the Amanda Seales show, that was awesome. She's such a sweetheart. We still follow each other on Instagram. I chime in and say, "Hey, girl," everyone, right? Seriously, but that was cool, and I feel like that kind of was the beginning of my career where people started noticing me and started, paying attention to me. Like, oh, okay, you like doing this for real, and it's like, yeah, I'm doing this for real. So that added a little bit, to my resume. So
for sure. Especially like out here, where name kind of matters.
Names matter.
So
yes, they do.
They still do matter.
Yes, they do.
Sure. So do you feel like you are a part of a new generation of comedians that the Black community can look up to?
Yes, I do. I do. And I'm proud to say that there's definitely been a renaissance of comics coming. Mm-hmm. You got a mixture of people from social media, people from on the stage. So it's refreshing to be in this generation of comics. I'm just glad to be a part.
Good.
Thank you.
Love to hear it.
Yes.
So as a comedian, how do you address important social issues while still making people laugh? Do you dibble and dabble in that?
I'm gonna be real, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's real.
I like to play it safe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know how people are going to respond. Exactly. And so I'm a very neutral person anyway. Mm-hmm. And, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. And I would hate for me to express my opinion and then somebody's like, that's not it. It's like, bitch, I got to slap you now. Like, settle down. So, again, I stick to what I am comfortable with expressing on the stage. So, no, I'm not one of those comics who dibbles and dabbles into politics and brings it on stage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I play it safe.
I appreciate the honesty because, I mean, we kind of already know how that happened with a few comedians.
Yeah. So. you got to learn from that, for real. And sometimes it's better to keep your fucking mouth closed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes it is.
Leave it to CNN.
Okay.
For real.
Really, though. So tell me about how it was hosting and producing Sold Out Productions in Detroit and how that led you to transition to LA.
Well, producing my own shows is really how I got started doing comedy. I didn't do the traditional route going to like open mics and stuff like that. I literally was like, I'm planning a comedy show. Y'all pull up. So I rented out a building in downtown Detroit. It was like 60 people, and it like sold out like fast as hell. And I just started doing that.
Great support.
Thank you. Yes, I love going home and doing shows.
Yes.
I do. My last special that I did in November, we did 2 shows in one weekend, and our capacity was 600 people. So. Yeah, I was the first comedian to sell out Detroit House of Comedy. Shout out to me.
Okay, that's a big thing. Okay, now
it is, you know, but you know, I'm grateful for the experiences. Just another notch under my belt.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah, but I love producing because it shows the flexibility I have as a comic, a writer, an actress, and just being able to run my own shit because I know exactly how I want it to look. So.
Yes.
You know, production, I take that very seriously. It's something I want to do beyond the stage. Something I definitely want to get into even deeper. I produce my own short film, so I'm definitely trying to segue into TV and film soon.
I see it.
Yes.
It's so much in the vault, you know?
It's a lot. We
ready.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Yes. So I have this question. So how would you describe the comedy scene in both in LA and Detroit? Are there any like similarities, differences?
Very different. The comedy scene in LA and Detroit is completely different in my opinion.
Okay.
I was not that submerged into the Detroit comedy scene like that, but seriously, just being out here almost 5 years, I can see the advantages being in LA has. Like, you could seriously go to a comedy club and Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart could be right in there.
In the audience.
Like, flat the fuck out. So just being able to have the opportunities out here, it's very much different than back home. Now, I love back home because my support is there for real, but the opportunities are in Hollywood. They are here. They are here for sure.
Literally.
So,
I can see that for sure. So, did you find the move to be tough, and were your family and friends supportive?
The move was actually not that hard.
Okay, good.
My mom was very supportive. My dad, he was a little like, you know, because I'm his only girl. Yeah. He's like, I don't know if I want you to go. But it's like, shit, I ain't about to stay here, honey. I'm 6 miles. I got to go. So,
we got to get up out of here.
We got to get the sunset. Okay, we have to elevate. And that's what I had to explain to my family. Like, this is about me stepping it up and just taking my career to the next level. So, I got here in 2019, so I had like 1 full year COVID free.
Okay.
And then boom. It just, so I don't know.
It affected.
It did, but I'm glad that I did get that 1 year to kind of see what LA was like pre-COVID. But it's been booming. Like the end of 2021, things started picking back up. 2022 was very successful, and this year has been tremendous. So,
oh, we love it.
We love it.
Only up from here. So,
period.
So, did you ever go through a point of discouragement where it seemed like maybe it wasn't the right time, or you didn't have all the resources you think you needed to be as successful in LA?
Girl, I go through that every day. Like,
I feel you with that.
Like just this morning. Okay. Seriously.
This morning.
No. It takes a lot of grit to be out here and to remain out here, you know, and community is important. Resources are important. Family and friends are important. Yeah. But what I have learned since being out here, because I'm a very private person.
I am too.
Okay, listen. I've learned you got to be a little more honest, though, with your family and friends. Because I was stressing a lot being out here. You know, it's fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a boss. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Right.
But it's expensive. Flat
and that's just facts.
That's just facts, you know? But I think once I started being more honest about what I'm going through and reaching out to my family and friends and being like, hey, okay, this is what I need. Even if it's not financially, even if it's just, listen, I need to talk for like 30 minutes, just venting. Yeah. I know you don't know who the fuck I'm talking about.
You make such a huge point because, look, I recently had to do that too, where it was just like.
It's real.
I just need to come out and say, you know,
you have to be
going
honest.
on because, you know, although we're here and we have friends and this and that, but we don't have like the family that we have back home.
Exactly.
So just being able to be vulnerable like that with them. Yeah.
It's different. But it's helpful, you know, and since I've been doing that, I've been finding myself in better positions and having people to lean on and not just out here with this facade, like, oh, I got it all together. And it's like, no, bitch, we're crumbling. But it's okay. It's a good crumble. You know, the rocks, they going to build up to something great. But,
always.
You know, you just got to be honest. Because when you lie and you're not, you know, honest with your people, you be the fuck around.
They can't withhold.
Yeah, you can like, what? Yeah. Like, why didn't you say anything? And it's like, oh, I'm living this LA life. And it's like.
And you don't want to be a burden to people that have their own things going on,
Of course
too,
not.
Right?
Yes,
you know,
of course not. So I don't really ask my friends with kids. But my friends with kids. Shout out to my best friend, Parrish.
Period.
He is holding me down. My mom, my dad, my cousins, like, they are definitely in my corner. So
a village.
A village, yes.
I love it, yes. Because it takes a village.
Yes, it does.
So what's been the most exciting thing since your transition?
Ooh. Oh, damn. I don't know if I can say.
Do we have a little exclusive here?
We just gonna leave that in God's hands.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If we come back to this and I say that was it, you're gonna be like, oh, bitch, that was it. But honestly, working in TV.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Getting small roles, background work. You know the vibes. You be on TV, baby. Okay. The show with Oprah. Just did another commercial. I did a commercial for Amazon Prime literally 2 weeks ago. Just all of that. Like I did not know I'd be attached to TV so quickly, and it's happening.
Dabbling in everything.
Yeah, it's happening. So yeah, that's it's been a ball of excitement. I can't just pinpoint one thing.
And the TV loves you. Like everybody loves you. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
It's to be expected.
I'll just be chilling.
So what has it been like headlining shows and making guest appearances? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
It depends on the show.
Okay.
And I like to give this example. So a few months ago, I opened for D. Ray Davis at the Hollywood Improv, and I was nervous. Boots. Do you hear me? I'm talking nervous, and I can be honest and say I did not perform at my best, how I know I can do, because I let my nervousness get to me. I kind of psyched myself out when I realized I'm like, oh my God, I'm opening for him. So it's just like. But then turned around a few weeks later and did a guest spot for Shantae Wayans and then got a standing ovation. So it's just like, bitch. Okay. So sometimes, like I said, it depends on the show. But
Yeah.
I have to just remind myself, like, you can do this.
Yes.
Don't be nervous.
Is there like a little prep talk that you give yourself before?
Prayers.
Yes.
And then I always say right
Prayers.
before I hit the stage, God got me. That's my
Always.
favorite thing to say. So, you know, as long as I say that, I feel confident in what's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
Thank you.
So, what are your goals and aspirations for the future in your comedy career?
To get this money.
Okay, to get this money.
Get this
Look,
money.
hashtag
get this money. Like, god damn. But no. As far as my comedic career, you know, I picture myself going on tour, whether that's for myself or with another big name, and making sure it's a great and successful tour. You know, you got to be specific for what you're saying. Because, I can go on tour, but it could be some bullshit. So I want to go on a very successful and loving and life-changing tour. I see myself at Madison Square Garden soon. You know? Soon in that bitch. Tearing it up. Yes, of course. Listen, going to be in the VIP. Okay, I got you, girl. I got you. Already know. Period. But just elevating. You know what I'm saying? And breaking those barriers in the comedy industry for women who look like me and talk like me and walk like me. So, you know, the limit does not exist when it comes to my comedy career. So I want to take it all the way.
All the way.
All the fucking way.
The way. So if you had to pick, who's your Mount Rushmore of comedy?
Okay. Mount Rushmore of comedy. I love me some Monique. It's a hard one because I've been asked this like 3 times. I think my answer changes.
Okay, I was going to say, is it going to change?
It might change, but I love me some Monique.
Okay.
Kevin Hart, I love just his drive. Even if people don't care for his material, it's the drive, the willpower, the go-getter. You know, he's a go-getter for sure. The determination, I mean, you know. Mike Epps, love me some Mike Epps. He is a fool, like a fool.
He is a fool.
Love some more. And I know I'm missing somebody, but that's about it. Well, how many hands? I know. It was about 4 of them motherfuckers. So there you go. I said 4. And me, look. And me. Okay, squeeze me in the middle.
You make the list as well.
Okay,
so,
period.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so have you noticed any changes or progress in the representation and opportunities for Black comedians in recent years?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
there has definitely been progression for us. We still have a ways to go, but I see more of us in white spaces. You know what I'm saying? Taking over white shows, being on the same stages as them. Like, definitely Black comics have band together and really built a community. And, you know, if you're with the right people, you in the right place. I mean, some people, you have people like Kev on stage who have built entire production houses. You know what I'm saying? He does. He's like Tyler Perry at a comedy game.
I was going to say, I was just looking at his, he got something new.
And that's awesome. Like, the fact that he is literally dishing out shows, still doing stand-up, like his social media presence, it's motivating, and it makes me happy to see a Black man like him being successful with that and carrying his family and friends with him. Because you think about the Adam Sandlers and all his homies, he does the same movies with them, hires them, everything. And they have community in-house, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that Black comics are adopting that same mentality so that we can get ahead and in those big rooms and stages just like them.
Uplift as you can.
Yeah. Now, let me not say just like them. I don't want to be like no white person. I'm just saying.
Look, I got you.
Having those similar opportunities.
Exactly.
Okay, let me be clear.
Yeah. The access.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
We gotta be clear. I don't want nobody to think I'm chasing a white dream because
I'm
not.
Let's clear it up.
Okay.
Let's clear it up. So, tell me your most recent coolest moment that you had.
Oh man, what was okay. So I did a show literally a few weeks ago. Shout out to Danielle Young. She puts on really great comedy shows. It's called Real Quick Pop-Up Show. Okay. And I'm in the audience chilling, and I'm about to perform. I'm kind of thinking about my set. And I have this one joke that I love, and 93% of the time it works. Like, people love it. and it has something to do with Issa Rae. And so I'm in the audience, I'm chilling, and I look around and I see Thug Yoda from Insecure. He's in the audience. So I kind of took that. I'm like, that's a sign. I'm going to go ahead and do that joke. And so I killed my set, and like after the show is over and everything, he comes up to me, and even before I can speak, he just like, nah, you got it. Like, he's like, you are great. And I'm just like, what? And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you're great. No, he's like, no, like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm giving you your props. And I'm just like,
oh, I love
wow.
that.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Your flowers.
He did, and in real time, and that was beautiful. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I had a moment because it's like, wow, I watched this guy on TV. I watched him on YouTube. Like, and for him to give me my flowers, it's like, wow, girl, you moving in the right direction. Oh so that was a cool moment.
Sweet. Yeah,
that was very cool.
Super cool.
Yes.
You have to invite him to one of your shows.
I am, absolutely. I literally told him about the last show. I'm going to hit him up because we follow each other on Instagram and Twitter now. So
let him know.
Yep. Hilarious.
So for those aspiring comedians, those Black women, or especially, Black women, what advice can you share for those trying to make a name for themselves? Like, are there any do's or any don'ts?
I don't believe in don'ts. Just do.
Yeah,
just
do.
Just be a bad bitch. If this is what you want, like, just fucking go get it. Like, don't put any limitations on yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy peasy, but if this is the career or whatever career it is you want to segue into, just kick down the door and do whatever you got to do. Lean on your community, build a sisterhood, build a solid friendship, build a solid group of creatives who understand what it's like to grind, who do not mind helping you do free shit, who don't mind coming to your shows and supporting you sometimes if they got to buy a ticket or not. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, to get ahead, it takes a village, like we said earlier. So that would be my best piece of advice. Do not think you can do this alone.
Don't. You can't do anything alone.
No, you cannot.
People may think that they self-made and all that, but
never.
No.
That term just does not exist for me. This was definitely community.
Yes, for sure. And that's what we need more of too. More community. Just
absolutely.
Period all around.
Yep.
So can you share one of your most popular stand-up jokes with us?
Oh my God.
I know I'm putting you on the spot, so.
Oh, what? Okay, I'll give you a little tidbit.
Okay. Whatever you can give.
It's always some crazy shit happening to me whenever I'm on an airplane. Last time I was on a flight, I had to sit next to this fat lady, and she got mad at me because I was fat too.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm gonna leave it at
Not
that.
it being like a Spider-Man, like
it was a fat on fat crime, is what I like to call it. Fat on fat crimes exist.
Stop.
If you are a fellow plus size king or queen, you know sometimes you be walking past a fat person.
Stop.
Mumble under their breath, fat bitch. Like, hold on, you're bigger than me. This is a fat on fat crime.
Oh my gosh!
But yes, I like to talk about fat on fat crimes. So that's a little tidbit.
Oh and how does the audience react?
Oh, they love that joke. That's always really my closer. It goes deeper into the joke, but I do a tidbit about that, and then like this Missy Elliott reference before that. So it's always my closer. I've often said that no matter how far I get in my career, that's probably gonna be one of the jokes I take with me until I can't no more. It's a killer every time. Every time. It's a great joke. I
know what ended up happening to the lady.
I don't want to tell. Just say I almost was on that no-fly list.
To be continued. Oh my gosh. Look, we can't never get on that list.
We will not. I can't be touring across the country in the bus.
Okay.
It's not going to work for the queen.
I'll meet you outside.
Okay, the Don can't do that.
Okay. Take it to somebody else.
Okay.
So what's next for Delo? Any up and coming projects or gigs you like to talk about?
Yeah, so focusing on Ladies Love Comedy and, just working on that so that it can grow and blossom into the beautiful flower that I know it's going to be. Getting ready for my next special. Yes. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this winter or sometime next year, but it's coming very soon. Just shot season 1 of my podcast. Yes. So Confessions of a Comedian will be dropping very, very soon.
Yes.
And, just keep those TV subscriptions on because you may see me somewhere soon. Oh, no.
I don't know.
So, I'm gonna leave that there, but that's what's coming.
Will do.
Yes.
Will do, for sure. Okay, so before you leave, I just like to ask all my guests 3 pieces of advice they'd like to give to any like aspiring comedians or just people maybe making the transition from where they are born, from to somewhere where, their careers can take them to the next level or just like in general.
Yes. Prepare.
Yes.
Pray and be patient. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean to do like the whole 3 P's, but seriously, like this career or whatever career you decide when you're actually doing it for yourself, it takes time. You know what I'm saying? And it takes surrendering yourself and what you thought it looked like and just honestly letting the universe and God take control. And staying in communication with the universe and God. I don't mean to be preachy, but I believe in a higher power. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's no way I got to this point without it. So
absolutely.
Just staying humble. You know what I'm saying? And in touch with yourself. Don't get caught up in this extra shit. Please don't.
I love that.
Yes, that's my ghetto advice.
From the baddest.
Period.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. I know you and your busy schedule. So
thank you for having me. This was fun. No, this is beautiful. You're beautiful. Since I've met you. You have been such a light. You are doing amazing. Much. Every time I see you, especially on BET, I be like, hold on. I'm like, I know her.
Every time I see you, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up. I love it.
No, but shout out to you. So thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. Yes. I appreciate you. Definitely have to come back.
Oh, of course. Anytime.
For sure. Thank you so much for tuning into I Am Woman. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And tune into the next episode. See you then.